Hello and welcome to Razzmatazz with Rashi. And today we have with us Geetika K Bakshi. She's an author, a scriptwriter, a language trainer, and in charge of the consular affairs in an African mission. And today she's here with us with the two books that she has written so far. So welcome, Geetika, and let us know a little more about you.
Thank you, Rashi. I would just like to start with this, a very warm thanks to you that allow me to present here in front of you and give this opportunity
Oh, it's
to
completely my pleasure.
you always I am actually following you since long, and I see that how you are interacting with many authors, including well published established authors, and then you are treating the same with the budding
Yeah,
authors like me.
of course, of course. This
So,
platform is like for all the authors.
yes. So it is always a pleasure to get connected with people like that. So this honestly, this is my third interview.
Okay.
So on this level, I can
Yeah.
say. So basically, writing has always been my pleasure, my guilty pleasure, or you can say anything, because at
Yeah.
times, like as a writer, at times whenever I write something, I have that overthinking back of the mind that if I have written something which is going to hurt sentiments of many people.
Oh yes. Writers are
But that
overthinkers. We keep thinking.
exactly, we keep thinking that is you can
Never
say
stops.
this never stops. Let me just talk about how I started writing. So it only started with little poetries, and that was the time which was in 2015 or 2016. Though I used to write before also, but it was only limited to my journals and my diaries.
Yeah.
I used to always write my experiences, the words which I cannot talk to anyone because I was always an introvert. I did not have many friends.
Yeah.
So I only, I was just keep on writing and sharing. So one day, I found out that even my mom, she just took one diary of mine and everything was just banned at that point of time. I was like, okay, that's it's what has happened has happened.
Yeah.
So then, I started from Instagram when I saw many poets, many people are writing on.
Yeah, they keep sharing their poetry and everything.
Right, and that was the time I always, I maybe I met because you are like I'm always working.
Yeah.
Okay, since I started, and when I was writing, so even at my workplace, people are like that. People post photos, and you post these, boring words.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Then slowly and steadily, I saw that with the help of this thing, I started meeting people like-minded people.
Yeah,
Because
definitely.
when
In that
when my
community.
exactly, I just made one day my account public, and I saw the people who actually maybe relate with the words I've written, or
Yes.
maybe like the rhyming scheme,
Correct.
or something that is not the rhyming scheme, but still they like it.
Yeah.
So it gives me that confidence. And then the COVID era, which was not good for any one of us,
Exactly.
but that gave us a lot of opportunity to be at home, to follow what we love.
Yes.
Okay. So though my first book happened before COVID, but that was just a sort of, I can say I never trusted that thing. It just happened. So because I one day there was one author, one publisher, Writers Gram, they just approached me and said that you just pay 500 rupees of registration and we'll publish a work for you. It was like, no, that's it. And I know this is a trap. So, but still, as back of the mind, I thought, and I paid it. And then I did all the manuscript work and all, and I just sent it over. And to be very honest, the experience was not good by the publisher, because obviously you cannot expect much in 500 rupees.
Yeah.
They were very slow, and I just forgot. And meanwhile, I got married. It just 1 year passed. Like it was a Valentine's Day, 2020. At my book, I just received a mail that your book is live.
Wow.
It was like,
finally,
this is actually a bang on. I never expected that thing. But I just checked. It was just 6 months passed. Little bit I promoted my book, not that
Mm.
much because
Yeah.
people were not
And
that
also,
fast.
new authors, they are not very well aware of like which publisher to approach to and how to promote the books. We are at that stage and
Exactly.
like we don't know what to do now.
And obviously, what I can think, it is always like, publishers, but you will see more publishers than writers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everyone is publishing, everyone is
Yes.
taking just a little bit of money, and you don't
Mm.
know after 2 years where your book will be,
Yeah.
because it will be lost. No one will
Yeah.
take, lifetime thing to, publish or republish a
Correct.
book. And that rarely happens. So in short, if I say I have two books, and my second book is actually well planned,
Hmm.
which I wanted to, work with very good publisher, and I am doing whatever I can do.
Yeah.
And I'm
So what was the name
mentally,
of your first book?
my first book was Ibiza.
Okay. So
Ibiza,
what is it about? Like,
Love in Words, and it has
mhm.
actually. See, I cannot. This is a tendency of mine that I cannot stick to one emotion.
Okay.
It is difficult, for me to stick to one emotion.
Yeah.
So the poetry is all about, the experiences I have throughout that period.
Okay. Yeah.
These are long poetries. You will not see very, shorter ones.
Mhm.
I guess two, three are short. Rest all of them are, little bit half of the page. They are
Okay.
like that.
Mm.
So I just love the way, because some few people have picked up this book, and they say,
Mhm.
oh my god,
Yeah.
like the depth of the words is too much, and that
Yeah.
gave me confidence. And
Yes,
I
of
always
course.
wanted
Good
to
reviews
work.
are always, the kind of appreciation they motivate you.
Yes, and that too when you are not promoting it
Yeah.
that much.
Mm.
So the second book was, I wanted to take small steps. I do
Yeah.
not want to, come into a novel thing, because I know novel needs a lot of,
Mm.
efforts,
Yeah,
brainstorming. You
definitely.
need to learn the process, how it is.
Exactly.
So my second book is a collection of 20 short stories.
Okay. And what is Jashn, right?
Yes, and this
Yeah.
is my book.
Okay,
This
nice.
is my book. People often ask me that, is this me on the cover? And the answer is no.
No,
So it's
the
basically
vibes are the same.
so basically I feel, why I keep, even the name suggests that,
Hmm.
as a human being, we have a lot of emotions. I
Mm.
can just read the first, the prologue, not the prologue actually, but the four lines I've written
Hmm.
in the beginning. So this is my belief also.
Yeah.
We say life is a lot of happiness entwined with eerie wonder, love, hunger, and defeat. To evolve as a whole, we must take a sip of each flavor.
Mm, nice.
So, you cannot be same all the time.
Yeah,
I,
of course.
you just grow with words, you grow without words. Even,
Mm.
everyone, we have experiences. We have
Yes,
different, maybe our basic nature is same, but at times, things evolve inside
exactly.
us, in our nature. We are
Mm.
different with different people.
True.
Okay.
So this
And
book
if
has
you
like
are
stories with different emotions in it.
exactly. You will see
Okay,
love,
nice.
lust, even
Mm.
jealousy. You will see
Yeah.
everything in different stories. You will
Okay.
see the friends. In one of the story, you will see a friend is, just supporting another friend no matter what
Mm.
happens.
Yeah.
Then you see a mother is supporting. Then you see,
Yeah.
people
Like different
are
kind of
just
relationship, friendship, whatever,
exactly.
everything
You
is
are
there.
just feeling, some
Mm.
murders are happening. So you can
Okay.
just, it is a very different, like collection. You cannot
Yeah.
put all the stories in one, thing. But
Mm.
I can assure you that if people will take up this book, they
Yeah.
will find most of the stories with a twisted ending, which they can
Hmm.
when the at the start of the story they will never,
Okay. Yeah. So
expect this.
it ends with a twist.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and this is
Nice.
basically this review I'm getting from most of the readers of mine.
Mm.
So I
Okay.
mean, this is giving me more confidence that yes, it is true.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
um, so you can ask if anything else.
Sure, sure. So, like, where do you get the inspiration from? Like, for your writing, you're coming up with stories and poetry. So, where do you get the inspiration?
So
What keeps you going?
it is just like, there was a time when I took inspiration for each and everything happens in my life. Then there is a
Mm.
little bit of, I can say a stop for little 3-4 months when I was not keeping, because my health was not that good. So even that time also I found out what was wrong. I started procrastinating a lot. Things happened that ways, but and that was the time I was receiving a lot of work. And you cannot just, in the writing world, it's all, race. If you just do not do it, someone else will come and take your place. So I say, I mean, even in that way, I just, this writing is the one thing which just kept me going. I did,
That's nice.
So I can say inspiration is everywhere. Even if I'm talking, today we met and we are talking. So I think you will also give me inspiration for, something in my life. And we can just, do, I mean, write, or maybe if not on paper, maybe in some poem, in some of the form.
Okay. So like apart from writing, like what all other things are you like passionate about, or like what are your hobbies?
So apart from writing, I must say that I'm passionate about French language. So,
nice.
even if I completed my course long back in 2013, but still I feel like, like a learner, because the more you come to the, closer to the native vocabulary, the more you think that, you end up doing mistakes, but you end up teaching and you end up learning. So this is how, if after writing something excites me, is French language. And I aspire to, write something in French also. If it is possible, or, if it is something like that, I will definitely do that.
That's nice. That's good. Like, like you said, you started writing, then you came up with your experience with publishers and everything. So how has the journey been like so far, like your writing journey?
So for this, I must say that after my encounter with my first publisher, I became more vigilant about choosing, and because more cautious about it. Basically, I was not for this time. Second time, I was not looking for any traditional publisher, because I know that short stories, people, these traditional publishers, you can publish it. I will not say, because even with traditional publishers, people do publish poetries as well. But for that, you have to have a strong background, to get it, So if you do not have it, it's always better.
And you need a lot of patience. They won't respond.
A lot of patience, I must say. If you do not have any background, and person like me who never been into writing thing, but then it suddenly, I will not say suddenly, but it was always there. But I just took that step towards that thing, that I have to be a published writer and I have to work towards it. So that was my goal, that always take baby steps. Do a little bit of different sort of work, which will give you exposure to different sort of writings. Like you can do content writing, you can do blog writing, you can do paid work, unpaid work. That gives you, because learning comes in many forms. So this same thing I do with even my language. Sometimes I teach, sometimes I just learn, sometimes I just pick up any French book and just start reading. This is also a new book. This is a synonym. So we always look at it. So this is what I feel about, And the second publisher I came up when I came across. So I found out that they are one of the best. They're Ink Feathers Publishing, and they are one of the best in terms of self-publishing.
Nice.
So these days you can see many other publishers, but I think
there's one
and as a new writer, you need a pampering. You need everyone ready for you to help you, because they do it. They are doing it because they themselves.
And a lot of things goes behind publishing as well. They help you with the covers, the manuscript.
You need to have this thing. Okay, my book is ready now. How do I promote it?
They guide you properly.
So sometimes they charge for some of the services, but they apart from charging, also they are ready on their toes for helping.
They're putting that effort.
Exactly, and I must say. So there's one lady called Uma. I mean, she is one of not the face, but she's one of tender heart who is always on her toes to make things possible for me.
Nice.
So this is what I talk about with the publisher.
So what are your future plans now? Are you working on your third book, or what is it?
Yes. But I must say that I have not started, writing in a term of, because my third book will be a novel. And honestly, my father-in-law, he is inspiration behind my third book, which is basically, he's a drug de-addiction coach.
Okay.
So his life, he saw all the things, like,
Yeah.
being himself an addict and
Mhm.
recovering from it,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
then, then recovering more than 400 lives, saving
Mm.
more than 250 homes from
Yeah.
from shattering. So
Mhm.
now he is on, he's in his life where he is just, counseling people, because
Yeah.
he had his rehabilitation center, but he just, because of the age and many other factors,
Mhm.
he just shut it off. So
Okay.
now I see, like, his life is like
Yeah,
like
it'll
mostly
be full of stories then.
full of stories, I must say.
Yeah.
So let
And
me
they'll be also
I just
inspiring.
exactly, it
Yeah.
will be. So
Mm.
right now, currently, I'm just reading a few books which can, which is related
Similar
totally
lines.
on
Yeah.
that, similar, like, and
Yeah.
how people are portrayed the lives of,
Mm.
people like that.
Okay.
So
Okay,
this
that's
is
good.
my
Yeah.
fascination.
Good luck with your next book.
Thank you so much.
Would like to read something from your book?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So this is okay. So I would just say that the title of certain stories, you will find, like, a lot, the lost earring, or
Mm.
the eighth vow,
Okay.
or this world in love.
Uh-huh.
The last thing I expected, which is darker than the black. So,
Okay.
these are these story titles, and
Yeah.
I would just like to read one of the blurb, which is also,
Mm-hmm.
you will find at the back of the book.
Yeah.
This is a part of the story called Guilty Conscious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it says that in our society, even alcoholism, drug addiction are treated as illness, and people are entitled to be counseled. But if I tell anyone about my thing, I'll be judged in every aspect for sure. Some people might even cross check the date to match my visit with the day a petty or huge theft happened at their places, exclaimed Shubhavi. The shame and burden of being caught as a shoplifter cannot be erased ever. Never. People will become hawk around you throughout life. Such as the shame Shubhavi and women like her face in the society, leading their lives with a bleak future. Will this ever stop? Will these women take a stand for themselves against the stereotypes of society? Will their voice create a new beginning for the aspiring generation? Relatable sagas of women unfold as they plant a seed, a revelation, and awakening. So
Nice. That's really interesting.
this is why I call my book Jashn
Yeah.
and Awakening.
Nice. Nice. So we'll give a question to the audience now, which will be from this episode itself. And if the audience would give the right answer in the comments below, you will stand a chance to win the mega prizes at the end of the season. So
Okay,
Geetika has
stay.
just shared the two books that she has written, and you have to name any of her books in the comments. And of course, you have to also subscribe before you participate because this contest is only for the subscribers. So thank you so much, Gitika, for your time and wish you all the best with all the things that you're doing.
Thank you so much, Rashi, for being a brilliant host, a very
Thank
warm
you.
personality you are. Thank you so much, Rashi.
Thank you.